As we get close to the travel season here in the natural state, that May 7th is fast approaching. Now, what's May 7th? Why is that significant? May 7th is the date that the TSA requirement for real IDs goes into effect nationwide.
Well, you've seen this picture here before on Little Rock Arc. The deadline to get your real ID, you just heard it there, is closer than you think. It's really hard to believe May 7th is as close as it is, but that is the day that you are required to have your ID to fly or enter certain federal buildings. Now, with a high demand and looming deadline, the Arkansas Department of Finance and Administration is opening 5 revenue offices in every corner of the state this Saturday. I spoke to DFA Secretary Jim Hudson, and he feels confident this extra date will get Arkansans registered. Well, that deadline to get your real ID is fast approaching. Secretary Hudson, how are you feeling approaching May 7th?
Well, we've already issued about 800,000 real IDs to Arkansans, but that means we have about 2 million Arkansans who have a regular driver's license who have not gotten a real ID yet. And so we're encouraging them to make plans to get a real ID as soon as possible, especially if they have travel plans in the next couple of weeks.
And last month you saw kind of a surge of people getting their real ID. What did that look like?
Well, I think the message is getting out that the deadline is coming up soon. And so we have seen increasing numbers every single week coming into our revenue offices. So we're expecting there to be a surge continuing.
And we know several people like to procrastinate, probably all of us, approaching May 7th, though. Is it important to go ahead and get that done now so you're not scrambling at the last minute?
Oh, gosh, yes. You know, travel is just stressful enough already. So why put more stress on yourself? Go ahead and get that taken care of. Even if you're going to be traveling on May 7th or 8th, have it ready, have it in your wallet so you don't have to worry about that the day before you go to the airport.
And you mentioned in today's press conference that a passport is an acceptable alternative in the airport. However, in federal buildings, that might not be the case. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're not sure what some federal agencies will require. The thing we know about Real ID is it will be acceptable to all federal agencies. So why worry about it? Go ahead and have it available.
And we know that it's only certain federal buildings. Are there any notable buildings that may be common for people to use that stick out to you?
Well, I would say that if you deal regularly with a federal agency, you should call them and ask them what are the acceptable forms of identification that you'll need to have to access that facility after May 7th.
So if there's foreign travel going on, will their passport be acceptable? Of course, we know in United States for citizens, we're going to have that real ID, but is that a case where they'll use that passport?
Yeah, nothing about Real ID changes how you use a passport, so you'll still use passports for international travel, and you can still use it for domestic travel as well, but a lot of folks don't want to travel with their passport. They want to keep that in a safe place. So if you're traveling domestically, just have it on your driver's license as a Real ID, and you don't have to worry about bringing it with you.
Now, looking ahead, of course, we're a couple weeks out from May 7th, I guess. How do you expect the process to continue before getting that real ID? Do you expect great success in the next couple of weeks?
Well, I expect that people will continue to come to the office. We'll see numbers increasing day by day. Our commitment to Arkansans is we're here. We're ready to serve you. We'll get you taken care of and get you out the door as fast as possible. I would encourage, though, go to our website, ar.gov/real ID, and look at that list of documents you'll need to bring with you so we don't have to turn you away.
Is there anything else you'd like to add today?
We appreciate getting the word out. Just to encourage all Arkansans to be ready to travel on May 7th with a real ID.
Secretary Hudson, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. Well, KATV has made it easy for you to go ahead and get your real ID. We do have a new article up. I want to take you to our website really quick. If you scroll down, DFA opening revenue offices on Saturday, answers lingering questions on real ID. So we have some of those lingering questions that were answered today in a press conference, like what documents do I need to take? We have all of that listed in this article. Can I get my real ID on a Saturday? We have those locations that are open this Saturday. Now we also have a link to a portal where you can schedule an appointment. Now I'm going to take you to that portal. That is on the DFA's website. So you can schedule or find your appointment here on this website. And in this article on KATV, we also have a link to a previous article, a previous story that we did, kind of a tutorial on how to get that real ID, how you can find the information you need, how you can schedule that appointment. We walked you through it, and it is all over on our website at KATV.com. Well, make sure to stay tuned after the break as we will inform you about the latest digital scams you should be aware of. Stay with us.